people reaching out to me once again claiming of headaches, not feeling well, dizziness, all sorts of things like that. And all I had to do was check the satellite charts and boom, right in your faces once again. St. Louis, specifically in Missouri, of course, leading all the way up to the Great Lakes.
All right, before we get started, I just wanted to show you the skies today. It's the day after Thanksgiving, one of the busiest travel days. And I just wanted to show you the skies today because this is going to be relevant to the video. Not one single line in the sky because the storm, the front, has already passed us. But look, I just wanted to show you guys, there's nothing, no lines in the sky anywhere, zero, none. Now, roll the video. Breaking news, Florida representative just filed a bill to ban spraying in the skies. That's right, y'all. Leanna Garcia has filed paperwork in the state of Florida to stop the spraying of chemicals in our skies. I wonder why Tennessee, Florida, and a couple of other states are talking about something that isn't even real. I showed you the skies above the homestead just a few seconds ago because I was contrasting that with the skies that we had right before the weather changed. We were in pretty decent weather, and now the weather flipped, and now we're going to be at the highs, barely above freezing, y'all, and we're going to be in the 19s and 10s. This is unseasonably cold for our area. This is a video of radar Into Thin Air took, okay, because he watches this stuff. So does Monkey Works. Those are two good channels if you guys want to follow this stuff. He took good video of radar, and you can actually see the lines in the sky on the radar.
All right, my friends, welcome back. Happy Monday, if there is such a thing. We're taking a look at some of the stuff from yesterday and the potential nor'easter we're expecting here in the Northeast for Thanksgiving. Many people reaching out to me once again claiming of headaches, not feeling well, dizziness, all sorts of things like that. And all I had to do was check the satellite charts and boom, right in your faces once again. St. Louis, specifically in Missouri, of course, leading all the way up to the Great Lakes, completely covered in these lines. Now, what I find interesting is how we saw this leading up to a potential nor'easter in the US. We just finished with our first major snowstorm of the season here in the Northeast, and now right after it seems, within a couple days, we are now going to be dealing with another weather situation that was seemingly being prepared all day yesterday through today, and now we are about 72 hours away from that low pressure system beginning to peak up in the Northeast and the Great Lakes once again. But again, my friends, how can this be ignored? Take a look at how defined this was. You can actually see these lines being formed as they're moving west to east across these central areas of the US, and we always see these before significant storms in the Northeast. It's almost like it's become part of the process, and that's what makes these a lot easier to forecast. When you see this stuff happening in the center of the country, you could pretty much guarantee there will be some sort of significant weather between this area here and the east coast of the United States. And then, as you can see, that natural flow of things brings this right up into the Northeast. I think it's safe to say that the threat of the hurricane situation is done for this year. Unfortunately, the forecast of a mild winter I don't think is going to last that long, specifically here in the East, being that we're already online for our second significant snowfall before Thanksgiving, which in my opinion only means one thing, that it will be a long winter and will likely be pretty chaotic or bipolar. It'll be stretched out with periods of warm, mild weather followed by intense cold peaks of time. And it sort of makes sense with all the stuff they're doing up there above our heads. When you continue to mess with this stuff, it's going to come back and mess with you.
Now, I know there's a lot of people that say that this isn't really true, but I was scouring the internet, that's why I love the internet, and I found a pilot who actually refused to fly the plane, okay? And here is his video. All right, stay vigilant out there, but I just think this is pretty good news, right? Everyone knows that this is happening and it's right in our face, and they gaslight us on the daily and try to tell us that it's condensation trails and there's nothing to be worrying about. And I don't buy it. And a lot of other people do not buy it either. Look at all of the people posting the lines in the sky. Folks, this is around the world, okay? So you cannot say this is just not happening. People are noticing and posting this from all over the place. There, pictures posted. I mean, come on, y'all. This is not even close to being any kind of normal. Pictures from all over the world, any continent, any place you can name, and they are seeing an uptick of the lines in the sky. And it's disgusting, and I think that the people are catching on, done with the gaslight, and they're refusing to accept the new reality. On and on, these people, everyone is talking about it. A bill to prohibit weather modification activities has been filed in the Florida Senate. The bill SB 56 was introduced on November 20th by Republican Senator Leanna Garcia. A House version of the bill has yet to be filed. This bill states that the injection, release, or dispersion of any means of a chemical or chemical compound or substance or apparatus into the atmosphere within the borders of this state for the express purpose of affecting the temperature, the weather, or the intensity of the sunlight is prohibited. According to the bill text, any individual or corporation that conducts a weather modification operation in violation of this section will be charged with a second-degree misdemeanor and may be facing a fine of up to $10,000. Last May, the Tampa Bay Young Republicans issued a statement urging the Florida legislature to institute Last May, the Tampa Bay Young Republicans issued a statement urging the Florida legislature to introduce a bill banning weather modification projects in the state. There you have it, folks. You can look this stuff up for yourself. Don't believe anything that I say, but Tennessee passed a law against spraying their skies. Florida's introducing it into their House and Senate to get it passed within their borders. This is happening, and it has to be talked about, and we have to get a handle on it. No one knows how this is going to end and what exactly they're spraying on us. Okay? All right, that's all I got for you guys today. I thought this was pretty good news. I like to see these representatives actually, listening to the people, and everyone wants this to stop. We all want this to stop. So hopefully your state will start introducing legislation. Maybe all the states could start introducing legislation. I don't know, maybe one day Donald J. Trump will talk about this, because this is like the elephant in the room, okay? Seriously. I got some really good videos coming up for you guys. This is video number 4. We're doing them every single day. I'm going to try to do them for the whole year so we can document this on the daily. What's going on? What's going on? Back to the wood. See you on the next video. That's tomorrow. That's what we need. More pilots refusing the job and speaking out.